Okay, hello and welcome to the Palmore Institute's video lesson series. My name is Lowell, and today I want to introduce you to the Palmore Essential Writing class. In this video, we will review the grading for the class and give you a basic summary of what we will cover in the class and the homework. So let's begin. With this year's textbook, we will be looking at Ready to Write 1, and for the grading, for Palmore writing classes, attendance is worth 10% of the grade. Homework, such as journals, etc., will be worth 30% of the grade. Classwork, participation and performance in class is worth 10% of the grade, and your final exam will be 50% of your grade. Okay, moving on. For our learning outcomes or our goals for this year in Ready to Write 1. In Chapter 1, we will practice writing a paragraph about yourself or someone you know and complete a student information form. In Chapter 2, we will practice writing a paragraph introducing your family or friend and write an email to a friend. In Chapter 3, we will practice writing a paragraph about your free time activities and write an email inviting a friend to do something with you. In Chapter 4, we will practice writing a paragraph about how to make or do something and write a recipe card. In Chapter 5, we will practice writing a paragraph about a special or typical day and write a message on a greeting card. In Chapter 6, we will practice writing a descriptive paragraph about a person or thing, complete an order form, and write a lost and found message. In Chapter 7, we will practice writing a paragraph describing a place and a friendly letter. Chapter 8, we will practice writing a paragraph about an experience and write a postcard about a vacation. And finally, in Chapter 9, we will practice writing an opinion paragraph and a letter to the editor. Okay, so let's move on to the homework. For homework, please get 2 journals and write 5 to 7 journal entries each week. Each journal entry should be about 6 to 12 sentences long. You can write about what you did that day, or you can write about your thoughts, opinions, or ideas, or you can write about any topic that interests you. I will collect your first journal the following week in class, and you can start your second journal while I am checking your first journal. I'll give you feedback on your journal entries and provide corrections. Now, let's take a look at some examples of journal topics. If you're having trouble thinking of ideas about what to write, you can use the following topics for some ideas. If you want to write descriptive paragraphs, for example, you can describe how you spent the last weekend or the best weekend in your life. You can describe a favorite restaurant or place in your house or apartment, or describe an interesting trip or holiday experience. If you want to write an imaginative paragraph, imagine if you could go back in time and change one thing about your past, what would it be and why? Or imagine that you have been chosen to live on Mars for a few years. What would you do there and why? And what would it be like? Or if you could be an animal, what animal would you like to be and why? You can also write reflective paragraphs. For example, what is the most valuable thing you've learned in the past few months, and how has it helped you grow? Or you could write about friends you have made in your life and explain the importance of your friendships. Or you can think about one thing that you would most like to have and explain the reasons why. Now, let's look at some example journal entries. For example, journal example 1, February 8th, 2020. Today I woke up at 7:30. I was very tired because I stayed up late last night doing homework. Next, I took a shower and had some eggs, miso soup, and toast for breakfast. Then I went to school by bus. My first class was an English class. We learned about phrasal verbs. It was fun, but difficult. My next class was a classical Japanese class. We practiced writing kanji. I learned how to write some new kanji characters, but some of them are hard to memorize. After school, I went home and studied for a test in my math class. I'm really worried about the test because it's tomorrow. And for journal example 2, February 9th, 2020. Today I had a math test, but it was easier than I had expected. Nothing else interesting happened today, so I want to write about my best friend. My best friend's name is Fumihito. He's a very good student, and we always study together after school. He gets good grades and studies hard. We also play soccer together, and we are both in the ESS club. He's very kind and helpful. He always helps me when I make mistakes at school. We've been friends since elementary school, but we are not in the same class this year. My friendship with him is very important because we do lots of different things together. All right, and for final thoughts, don't worry about making too many mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process, and you will make a lot of grammar mistakes. That's okay. Make sure that you review your corrected journal entries and try to learn from them. And after you review the corrections, try to avoid making the same mistakes. Make sure you bring an electronic or paper dictionary to class. Finally, I'd like to wish you good luck. Thank you for watching. Please leave comments down below and study hard. Thank you very much.